Hey guys, it's me, Anjanette. How you guys doing? Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. I know you haven't seen me in a while, right? Unless you happened to come to our live the other night that Kaylin and I do once a month. We did get those started back up. So for those of you who may have used to come and didn't realize we got them started back up, we have. And it would be great to see you towards the middle of the month, usually. Either the middle Wednesday of the month or the week after that. It depends on when I have doctor's appointments, more like when I have my procedures, and when Kaylin has to work. She's been working a lot. So we've been doing a lot of just chat and crochet videos, but we are still doing our looking into things, and we just did one that we considered was a pretty big one, and we're going to do a follow-up on it, so you may want to go check it out. The last one was just the other day, this last Wednesday, on Kaylin's channel, and that one was just a chat and crochet with us, and the month before that is the one that we did our big surprise because we were so excited to talk about something. And for some people, it's not new. I'm not going to tell you what it is because we surprised everybody with it. And if you want to watch it, that one's the last one on my channel. The last live that we had done that was on my channel. So there is that. I am here because I was sent Happy Meal. And I'm sure that you saw that in the title. Now, I either have no Happy Meal for a long, long time, or I have quite a bit. So it just so happens that my friend, if you know her, Terry, Nana's Crochet Ideas, she has a van that is made for her to be able to travel in and sleep in, and she had an RV, but she really wanted a makeshift van instead, and it's a nice van. I like it. But she's been traveling and she finally got my way. We visited her last year when she was in Kentucky, and now this year she came up around our way for just a little bit. So actually, I got to spend more time with her, I think, than anybody else when she went on this trip. She went to have some time to herself. She went out east. She went to visit a friend of mine, which one box is from her. Then she came and she got me, and we went to visit my best friend, and that is Kathy, as a lot of you know. And she needed to go up farther than where Kathy was, and she knew that I had been trying to see her, and Kathy had been trying to get here, but between both of our health conditions and things, we just were not able to make it. So, uh, so she took me to see Kathy, and the three of us are friends, so it was really nice because we all got to spend time together, and I just realized, since my battery is running low, my plug-in came out. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that didn't make it fuzzy or anything right then. And I can see it's brighter now, so I can't believe I didn't realize that was out of there. It's been falling out a lot lately. I don't know if it's because I took my laptop with me when I went to visit, or more often than not, when I put my chair down, when I've had the laptop in my lap, it's been pinching the cord in the chair as it comes down because this is a lift chair. It never used to do it, but all of a sudden it is. So I don't know. Maybe it's because it's been the summer, it's been really hot, so I don't have it on a pillow on my lap like I normally do. I don't have it directly on a pillow. For those of you who will say it gets way too hot that way, yeah, I know. I have a cooling little desktop thing for a laptop that my daughter got me, and I put that on top of the pillow. So I didn't think it was working at all because it was so terrible when it was so hot. But I put it on my lap and I could feel the coolness coming from the desk. So I'm like, okay, it is still working. I thought maybe it had, after so many years of use, it had just stopped. But it did not. But anyway, I digress. To go back to how much Happy Mail I actually have right now to show you guys. I have this one. I have one from my friend Donna. And then I have from my friend Kathy that she sent back with me. But I took 2 boxes to her. So I took her 2 boxes and she sent 2 boxes back, but actually kind of 3 because some of the yarn she just didn't take out of the box that it came in. She had gotten some mystery yarn, and I'll show you when I do hers. But today I'm not doing hers. What I'm going to do is over the next 2-3 days, I'm going to film all of my Happy Mail unboxings, but I'm not going to post them all until a later date. So you'll see today's first, and I also have a Hirschner's order to unbag and show, so that you might see right away. And that one I will probably, show you what I've been working on and all of that as well. So it won't be just that. I was thinking I might do it along with the one I'm doing right now, but I think I want to do it separate. And instead of just doing just an unbagging, I think I will do, show you everything I'm working on and what it's for. The only reason why I have an order is because somebody, I am making some things. My brain does not want to work. Can you tell? My brain is not with me today. Somebody asked me to make some things and they're going to pay me for it. So, crochet for hire, like I do every once in a while. And my cousin actually asked me to do this last year. I'm one of the things that commissioned. I've been commissioned. There's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, brain. You finally worked for me. One thing he commissioned me to do, and the other I am making myself for his darling wife. So I'm almost positive she doesn't watch this, so I don't have to worry about. I may not tell you what I'm making. I'll just show you the colors I got. And plus, it was when they had their 4th of July sale, so shipping was 4 cents, but you had to have a $35 order. So I did get some yarn to hopefully finally make the baby blanket that I need to make for one of my best friend's daughters. I had started a blanket for her, and unfortunately, we had a fiasco last year, and one of the cats sprayed on that yarn. It's all outside. It's all separated. I had left it out there because it happened in the winter time. I put it all out there, and my husband put it in the garage in a place where it could be safe and it would get nice and cold, and then hopefully I could wash it in some way to help get the smell out. But I haven't tried yet. It's very small skeins of yarn. Luckily, I got them on sale. I was excited with how the blanket was coming out. If you remember, I will show you that. I had showed this to you guys. It's going to take a while because it's the linen stitch and it's on very, very fine yarn. But this is how it started out. And it was going to have a lot of changes in color. And I was excited about it. And now that almost all of the yarn had been sprayed on, I'm not so excited about it. I have other colors I could use, but I don't have enough of the colors that I needed because she specifically, I made a blanket for her son when he was born and it looked like it was yellows and oranges and um, greens, and it was a variegated mix, and it looked like a sunset or a sunrise. So she said since I did something that looked like a sunrise for him, she wanted me to do something that looked like the sun setting for her daughter. So yeah. I took a long time to figure out how many rows I would need of each color. And every time I see that paperwork, I want to cry a little because now it's not going to happen. So yeah, unless by airing it out enough, and I'm supposed to borrow the neighbor's. He has this. Uh, I don't know. I know it admits carbon dioxide and different things. It's supposed to be like the things they show you that if you put it in your room and you run it, it can take the smell out, but you can't be in the room with it because it's not good for your health. And it also, oh, he used it in our car when my husband got my car out, and it had mildew in it, and he used it in there, and it got like almost all of the mildew smell out of it. So it works. It's just you can only use it so often, and you cannot be around it while it's working. I think it works for like an hour at a time. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. I just know that it emits carbon dioxide, I think, if not other types of carbons. So you're not supposed to be around it. But it sterilizes um, things that have had like mildew or things. So he said he thought that it might work on the yarn, but I never did get it from him. So I don't know. I haven't gone out to deal with it. I may just chuck it all. So I think the thing that I want to save the most is the bag, and I know that I can get some sprays and things to spray on it, and that will save it. So yeah, but I digress. I did not come on here to talk about all of that. I came on to show my Happy Meal. This Happy Meal, the cats have tried to get in already, and so all I can see is there's some pink or orangish yarn. They actually pulled out a strand. Um, this came from Russell, and his name, for those of you who may not know Russell just by his name Russell, is it's raining yarn. So this is a care package from him. Look at this. I have never seen a huge bag like this sent in the mail. I cannot wait to open it. He came on the live the other night to see if I had gotten it yet. And he messaged me yesterday. He said, I saw that you got it. Have you opened it? And honestly, I felt yucky. Right before I went to my friend's house, oops, I pick up a bag that wants to fall. Right before I went to visit my friend, I was almost afraid I wasn't going to get to because I had been sick. So I do believe that I may have done a video around that time, right before I got sick. I may not have. I know the last time I did a video, I was like, I will be coming back. I'm coming back. I'm going to be doing videos on a more regular basis. And I need to stop saying that I'm going to do that and just do it. because I'm afraid that when I say it, I'm jinxing myself. So, some people believe in jinxing and other people do not. So, I just think I'm jinxing myself because then I get sick or something. I got sick with a temperature of 102, and it was not fun at all. My husband thought that maybe I had food poisoning. I had made, for those of you who have been around a while, you know that I make chia pudding for myself to eat in the morning. I haven't had any for about a month now, um, because I got sick right after I had had some that went bad. The milk that I used with it went bad while during the week that I had had it. You can keep chia pudding for up to 7 days. So it had been in there for like 5 days, and all of a sudden I noticed that the lids had come off, that it had kind of not really exploded, but gotten bigger, and the lids poofed off. First, I thought it was because I had added more chia seeds right before I had filled the containers, and I've had that happen before when I did that. But and the first time I had some, I really thought that's what it was because everything tasted fine. About 2 days later, it I could tell that the milk had turned. So it was coconut milk. I like coconut milk because it's supposed to be really good for you and it's supposed to help you lose weight. It's supposed to have a lot of polyphenols and things in it that are good for you and to help you when you are trying to lose weight is what I meant to say. Not that it helps you lose weight, but that it's good for you when you're trying to lose weight. And I like coconut milk better than I like almond milk. I actually like an almond coconut blend the most, but our store hasn't had that in a while, and we don't go to Whole Foods and things like that. Otherwise, I'd get it there. But Aldi's has coconut milk, so I get my coconut milk from Aldi's. And I had been not feeling well. I've been having a lot of issues with my chronic pancreatitis, and so I wasn't keeping a lot of things down for a couple weeks. And then I was doing better, and I made the chia pudding then, and the milk had already been open for about 2 weeks. And the one thing I like about coconut milk is it lasts longer than almond milk, because almond milk basically lasts a week after it's open. Coconut milk can last 2 to 3. So, yeah, I tasted it. It tasted fine. And so I went ahead and made it. And yeah, it turned during that week. And so my husband thought I got food poisoning, but I didn't get sick. So I've been sick and sick from before, from my chronic pancreatitis. And I was just getting to where I could eat again. And I must have gotten a viral infection. That's what the doctor thought I had. They checked me for COVID. They checked me for the flu. I have not had a temperature as high as 102. It was like 102.5, I think. Actually, I think the highest I got to was 102.8. Scared me. Called the doctor right away. Um, and they did a COVID and a flu test, and I was fine. And they said that they just figured it was viral. And if I felt worse, that was on a Friday. If I felt worse over the weekend, to call them on Monday, and they'd send me an antibiotic. Well, I was starting to feel better by that Monday. I was still kind of yuck. And that's when my friend said, "Hey, I'm thinking of stopping by and getting you and taking you to see Kathy." And I was like, "Oh no, when I'm sick?" Because they all knew that I was, sick. I had told them. And she's like, "Oh, wasn't thinking." But she said, "Well, it's not going to be for another week, maybe two." So it ended up, I was doing much better. So I was able to go. So let's get on with opening this big blue package. Especially before the cat. I brought a box, put some yarn in, because I figured I will need it. because as you guys know, Kahlua loves plastic. She's one of them who was trying to open this. But also, Midnight, my new baby, one of the new cats who came in over the winter time because we had gotten them fixed and it was so cold out, we just could not put them back out. He came in and so did Spooky. Spooky's been going back outside. Spooky has been loving it. He's been going back outside. But we knew they had both probably come from inside. We knew that somebody in the neighborhood had passed away, and it was an older gentleman. And when he passed, that the people who went into his home to clean it out, we don't know if they were relatives or not. That we are not privy to. They kicked the cats outside. So, yeah. We figure either both of them came from there or one. But considering that Spooky um, and Midnight did not get along, we don't think they came from the same house. And yeah, so they've been in since last Thanksgiving, the weekend after last Thanksgiving, when we got our first snowfall last year, and then it was so frigid out, we kept them in because we didn't want to put them outside in the frigid cold right after they had surgery. So, yeah, but as I said, Spooky is going back outside because he likes being outside. He pushes his way through. So it's not as though we're like, oh, go outside. We would rather have him stay inside. But working with Meow Mission, you are supposed to put them back outside when you get them. If you bring them in as a household pet, then they are going to, stop letting you use their service. So, and we don't want that to happen. But we also aren't going to leave them out there in the frigid. Um, and if a cat is scared to go back out there, as Midnight is, we're not going to force them out there. I'm still working with them. I'm still making toys for them. We have not had any new cats in our area this summer, so we have not had to call them to use their service. But again, Spooky's outside. All of the cats except for two that we have had taken care of over the years. So all of the 8 or 10, they're all back outside, but two of them did not want to go back outside, and both of them we had reasons to have inside right after they had their surgery. Little bit was lethargic, was not doing well. We weren't sure if she was going to make it. You guys who've been around have heard the story before. And then, with the frigid weather this last winter. So it's not like we are bringing them in on purpose to say, hey, we're going to keep you. We had all intentions of putting them back outside in the spring, but he refuses to go. He's scared, and we're not going to force the cat back outside who doesn't want to go out. So on with my happy meal. This is cute. I have a little crochet kit. It's a tiger crochet kit. Cute. What is the name? Let me put my. It's a beginner kit. Complete kit, everything included. Finish size 3 inches by 3 inches. Needle creations. Knowledge of basic crochet is required. Make a cute little cat toy. If I put a bell or something in there. We'll see. I might do that. I may hold on to it for the girl next door. She has not been coming around anymore to learn crochet, but if she does, and if she decides to learn from me a little bit more, then maybe once she has the basic skills, I will let her make this as a way as an intro to amigurumi. Okay. Let's get it out. Stuck in here. It's like a little journal, I think. Yes, it's a journal. Memo pages, you can put the date and the time. This would be perfect. I like to have something next to me to write on, like I have a journal to put, as I've shown you guys, to put my crochet in, but when I'm like trying to design something or whatever, I have different notebooks and stuff over here. I love this. Russell, if you're watching this, I absolutely love this. I had looked into getting an all leather journal, something kind of like this, but it's from overseas. And I just, wasn't making enough money, so I couldn't afford it. And I love this. Look at that. It's got the birds and the tree on there. That is beautiful. I love this. Are you putting these in your shop? You'll have to let me know. Russell has a shop online. I absolutely adore this. I'm always using things. I have over here, if you can see, I have like a couple different um, notebooks. One of them is for Kaylin and myself. One of them is for blog hubs. One of them is for when I'm making a pattern and if I need to change the stitches or if the stitch count isn't quite right, or something, or if I'm making it bigger and I'm adding stitches on, I write the stuff in there. So I will definitely use it. Let's see. Quite a few boxes in here. This is a fabric pincushion kit. That's different. It's also by Needle Creations. Stitch Sew Craft Fabric Pincushion Kit. Fabric designs may vary. I'll have to look at it. If it's all hand sewn, I'll be able to do it. Otherwise it'll have to wait a while before my I haven't used it. I used it like once or twice after my husband got it for me, and then I felt terrible. I didn't have a place to put it on. He got me a sewing machine after my daughter was born, and I had planned on using it. And when you've got health conditions, for those of you who have health conditions, it's just really hard to do sometimes, especially when you have to move a ton of stuff to get it out. But I do plan on starting to sew again. I have what I've been using. A pincushion would be nice. I've been using a needle minder. Let me show you. I think I've shown you my needle minder before. I've got it on a label right now. And I thought I had my needle on here, but I must have put it away. Because I was moving things around when I went to my friends, and I needed the needles that I had on there, so I put them in a carrying case. And so there's that. Okay. Latch hook wall hanging kit, flowers. I've not done latch hook in forever. Now this is something that I may put as a prize for somebody, because I don't have time for latch hook. I actually have a plastic canvas item that I'm going to start making that I got to make somebody as a gift. But this may be something that the girl next door might like. Have to see. It might be easier for her to learn than crochet. Ooh, the Mod Medallion pillow. This is from Hirschner's. This is from their vintage yarns. And I had asked um, Russell when he went to the Hirschner sale if he would get me. I think it's this one that I need. Let's see the name on this one. Color name. Clean water. Yes. I needed an extra ball of these for a poncho kit that I got, but I need to make it bigger for my size because it was made for like regular up to extra large, I believe. So I got some extra yarn, and I thought that the kit it would have two of these, but it only had one, so I needed to get one more, and I just didn't need to order. And of course, then I needed to order, 2 weeks ago. But this yarn was twice as much as it had been all the times when I had ordered it, and that. But they had put all their kits and stuff in their I know they've all been 20% off on the site, but they were in their big warehouse sale. And he said that they didn't have at the warehouse sale the individual yarns. And I was like, I want to make the pillows. I saw the pillows. I had really wanted to make the pillows. And I could always switch out this color for a color I'm not using in the poncho that I got a different color for. So I can't wait to make these pillows. I like the vintage style of them. They remind me, of course, of when I was younger. I hate to say that the 80s was vintage because I grew up in the 80s, but I guess it's vintage now. Oh, hard to believe. Yeah, and it only uses this for a very little bit in the pillow. So, yeah. There's an avocado green. Oh, there it is. It is in here. So it must be used with one of these. It's right here. I'm not going to be using the avocado green, so I will just add it in here. I don't see which one they use it for. Oh, it's for the middle of the blue one. Right in there. There's just a little bit of avocado green. So what I can do is I can outline it in the avocado green too, instead of using clear water. That will work. I also have more of the yellow I'm not using. I loved the vintage poncho, but I wanted some of the vintage colors, but I didn't want all of them. So I wasn't making it vintage per se. I just really loved the look of the poncho. And my best friend and I are both gonna make it. So I cannot wait. Okay, so it was orange yarn that was poking through the holes. This is Hirschner's 2-ply classic Afghan yarn, which I love. I love Hirschner's yarn. I have been purchasing Hirschner's yarn since I was early 20s, maybe? Late teens, early 20s. So, since before my husband and I were together. And then since I was always so busy with school and everything, um, when I went to school to learn massage therapy and that, and if I wanted to work on a project, I didn't always have time to go to Michael's or something like that. So I would look through the Hirschner's magazine, and see what they had. And this looks, ooh, different colors. I thought they were the same color. Let me see. This is, let me put my glasses on, and I'll give you the specs. I guess I haven't given you the specs on anything. 100% acrylic, and it is so soft, so fine. 5 ounces, has 558 yards. Machine wash and dry. It says to use an E-hook for crochet or a size 4 needle for knitting. And the color of this is papaya. And of course, this will have all the same specs. And the color on this, I'm passing it. Oh, I just hate when they do that. They put their sales sticker right on top of the color. I know it's lighter and more pink than that one. Let's see if I can see what it is. S-A-L. I'm going to say it's salmon. M-O. Yep. This color is salmon. I love this color. This is gorgeous. This is a little bright. I'm actually making a blanket. It's one of my whips from a long time ago. A baby blanket for my goddaughter's oldest daughter. It's not made out of the same exact yarn, but it's the same bright color of orange. And this one again is papaya. So I've got 2 papayas and 1 salmon so far. Here's another salmon. Ooh, talk about bright. Some bright colors. This is true green. This is like almost the color, if it was a little bit darker, more of a Kelly. This is close to Kelly, but not quite a Kelly green. That would be the green of my alma mater colors. I went to Washington High School here, so. I already said this is true green. It's got the same specs. Okay. Baby girl, I need you to come out of here. Come on. Come on, Clue. Out of the box. I got in a box. I knew it wasn't big enough, but to put the yarn in because I knew I wouldn't be able to put it all back in the back. Okay, and here's another true green. So far that's 6 skeins. And here's another true green. 7 skeins. 7 skeins. Yep. This one is 7 skeins. He said he was sending me enough that I could make something for myself. So, and I know this is from his shop. It's a bag that I can put my hooks or notions or whatever. It's raining yarn, and look at this. One of his kitties on the back. I wonder if this is it Tippy? I wonder if that's Tippy. It says it's raining yarn here, and then the umbrella says it's raining yarn, and then it's yarn balls falling all around it. I just love it. As you guys know, I use my cat in my design too, with yarn balls. Let's see what else is in here. Okay. This, ooh, I have wanted to try this yarn for so long. Thank you, Russell. It's discontinued now. They don't carry it anymore. Willow Yarns Wisp. It's 45% acrylic, 30% alpaca, and 25% wool. Actually, this is different than what I've been wanting to try. I thought it was the wisp. It must be something like it. The one that I wanted to get was cotton. I think somebody sent me a couple hanks of it, and I have it in the back room. The color name on this is French Gray. I've never had alpaca yarn. Oh, I am excited. I'm not going to open it yet to touch it. I want to keep it bagged up the way that it is. I have 2 bags of French Gray in a bag. Let me see if I can find all the specs on here. I think I had, or maybe I had wanted to get, I had gotten some stuff from the Spin Right tent sale. Oh, maybe 3 years ago. And I had gotten some bamboo to make myself a top. And I can't remember if I got gray or if I ended up with blue. I think I wanted gray and it was either I wanted gray and ended up with this blue color, or I wanted the blue color and ended up with gray. They were out of the color that I had wanted. So, oh, I am so excited. This is each ball of this is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 267 yards, 245 meters. So that means I'm actually going to do the math. I need to math it. I'm not, my husband can do math in his head, and I'm just not that good. Some I can. Times there's 6. 1,602 yards of this gray. So that means I should be able to make myself a nice top for the winter. I have been looking for one of my absolute favorite tops that I had when I was in school. It was like a vest, but it wasn't like one that buttoned down. And it was like the front and the back, and they met down at the bottom. It was completely open in between. So I wore like a turtleneck under it, or a button-down top, or something under it, something with long sleeves, and then I would put this vest on, and it would completely change the look. And I loved it, and I have wanted to make myself one, because when I just ran into things from that I still had from when I was in high school, believe it or not, that I had in boxes outside. And I was trying to lose weight to get back into them, thinking, I already have the clothes. My favorite jeans that had flowers on them, vintage. Of course, I love to wear my vintage clothing. I found some of my stirrup pants. I've been working really hard on losing weight. I need to get back on the bandwagon and start losing again. And I've been wanting to make one of those. Now, I've seen something like it on the Hobie's website, and I can't remember what they call it. They call it something different. They don't call it a vest. I can't remember what they call it. But eventually I'll find one, and I'd like to make a couple of them. So I can make one of those with this, or another one of my favorite sweaters that I have, and as I'm losing weight, it's not going to fit me anymore. I have an all black, of course it was bought at the store, so store knitted or how industrial knit. It's knitwear, and it's short sleeve. It's got a ribbed neck around, so it's got like a crew neck. It's not a V-neck, although I would like it in a V-neck. And because it is made to be so warm, it has short sleeves. And I absolutely love it. I used to always get, before I had so many abdominal surgeries and stuff, I used to be hot all the time. Of course, I was quite a bit bigger than I am now. And I'm not going to tell you how much now. I may have told you in the past, but quite a bit bigger. And even when I was done with massage school, when I first started massaging, I had to wear a little towel in my waistband so I could wipe my face off because I would just get so hot and so sweaty. And then after all of my surgeries and stuff I've had, I started getting cold all the time. So now I kind of find a happy medium, which they said I'd probably be cold like that for the rest of my life. So I'm really glad that I'm not, because I used to be bone chilling cold. I mean, literally bone chilling cold. And that is not a good temperature to be at, ever. Uh, so anyway, tops like the short sleeve one are good for me in the winter, especially when people, like my parents, their house is so hot. I've been going to take care of my mom's meds. That's another thing I've been having to do. And we were there the other day, and it's just so hot. It's so hot outside. My dad loves the heat. He's always wanted to live in Florida. My mom is so cold because her circulation is like nothing right now. So she's the bone chilling cold that I used to be after all of my surgeries. And so she always wants something to wear. That's why I made her that capelet. I found her shawl that I had made for her. And I can't think now. Oh, so going to their house like for Christmas or just to visit or whatever, having a short sleeve top to wear would be great. When we go down to for my pain block, my procedures, when we go down to Indy in the wintertime, my husband is always cold and I get hot really quick. So one of the things I bought last year, I showed you the yarn already. I got yarn to make myself a shawl. I have not made it yet. I need to get working on that too. But first I need to make things that I've been commissioned for, get those done. But I have a shawl I want to make myself. So then in the wintertime when we go down, I actually want to make a wrap instead of a triangle shawl. I think, well, I thought I was going to make a wrap. Now I'm thinking I'm going to just go ahead and do a triangle shawl. I found so many different patterns I want to make. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. There is a wrap I want to make, so I may do the wrap. But just to wrap it around myself in the car, and then I can unwrap it when I get too hot, and then I can wrap it around myself again when I get out of the car to go into the hospital. And yeah, there may be snow and whatever outside, but I'll still be nice and warm. I got the cookie. Um, I think there's wool in it. The cookie yarn from Hobie. And plus, then I got some of the blue Christmas yarn from Hirschner's that I want to make one out of so that I have it for Christmas time. But I also got the like the old-fashioned Christmas colors so I can make two shawls, one for actual Christmas time and then the blue one to wear through the winter. So yeah, I have like 3 different shawls I need to make myself. So I need to get on the bandwagon. I don't know what I'm making anybody for Christmas this year, except for if I get started on my husband's. I have a sweater that I've been wanting to make him, and I need to get started because I would really like to make that. And plus, I have stockings to get done. I have a whole list. I have lots of things to do. So this also may end up being part of a shawl or a wrap. Let me see. I didn't see what size it is. It's a size 3. So I have Knit Picks yarn that has alpaca in it. I know I have a size 3. And depending on like what kind of shawl I want to make, what kind of color work, I might be able to use this like as a main color and then use that for another color, or just I will definitely be using this for something for me. So thank you, Russell. Um, all the bright colors are not necessarily my aesthetic, but I can always make a blanket to donate with it, or a blanket for somebody who likes this, or I can make amigurumi out of them. Lots of things I can use that yarn for. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Kits. Again, we know what one color in here will be used for. My poncho. This I'm going to keep out so I can put it in one of my bags, start using it. Honestly, I was hoping to get one of your pens. I think I'm going to have to go on and see if you have any more and order one. And, oh, you know, I didn't look in here. I don't think I saw a pen in here, though. This I'm going to leave out. Actually, I think I'm going to put it up over on my desk for now until I know what I'm going to use it for. More than likely, it's going to, maybe my knitting stuff will go in here when I start making some knitting patterns. Maybe I'll do that in here. I don't know. So much to think about. But these, if you don't mind, I may end up giving some of these as prizes. I will probably make the pincushion because that is so cute. I'm sure I'll make this. If nothing else, I can use it as a cat toy. But this one, if you don't mind, I'll see if the neighbor girl wants to make it. And if she doesn't, I may end up putting this in a prize because I have latch hooks from a long time ago that I never got done that I need to see if they're outside. I have a box to go through outside that has plastic canvas and a whole bunch of stuff. But I have it, my mom had wanted it to put on her fireplace back in our old house, and it says Joy, and it has candles on it and stuff. It's like a small J, a small Y, and the O is long and has candles underneath it. I need to finish that latch hook before I start anything else, and if I do that, it's going to be a long, long time, unless I end up finding somebody else who would like to make it, and I give it to them. I'm pretty much sticking to right now. Plastic canvas, crochet, and knitting, but I do want to start doing, well, sewing again once I get the back room done. Which if anybody is in South Bend and wants to come and help me, I need help. so bad getting my back room done. As soon as the heat is done, it's too hot to work back there because it's like the hottest room. I'm gonna put this underneath here so I know where it's at. With some of my coloring books and stuff I have down there. I haven't even had time to color in forever, and that's one of my favorite things to do when I'm not feeling well. But oh, what was I going to say? Oh, I want to get back into cross stitch a little bit, but only small things, nothing big. I do have a big canvas to make for myself. It's an angel. I made one for my mom, and it's a kit that came from all places, Avon. She got a kit for me to make her and one to make for myself. Mine has never been used, but I think it got ruined. It got wet. I think the directions may have been ruined. Now that I think about it, I think we may have found the kit. If not, that may have been something else. So many things we've ran into that I can't remember. I think it may have been that, but I had made the one for my mom. I had it framed and everything, and I'm probably going to end up back with that at some point in time. So, um, so yeah, if I can make the angel for somebody else, I will and give it to them. That reminds me, I have some angels to make. I have so many things to do before Christmas. I have an angel that I like to make. I haven't been able to dye any yarn, but I like to dye yarn and use the dyed yarn in it as well. That makes it even more special if it's hand-dyed yarn that I've done. So, I don't know. I may do that. I may, who knows? I may use some of that salmon color. It's so pretty. I love the salmon color the best out of the three that you gave me. I absolutely adore that salmon color. Um, I love working with DK yarn, and I love working with the 282. It just takes longer, and I crochet slow, so, but I may want it to knit with even more. So maybe I will use all that to make my first knitted blanket if I ever make, I don't know if I'll ever make a knitted blanket. I want to make socks. I just took a summit on knitting socks just to learn different things. I have so many different cast-ons to learn and things, so I got to get busy. I wanted to start knitting at least 10 minutes every day, and I have not been able to start that yet. So much to do, so little time, but I will get there. I have missed you guys. I promise. I'm planning on coming back more often. I miss you guys so, so much. Right now I do virtual crochet on, let me think, Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. And I post the link in my group on Facebook. I need to remember to start posting it on the community tab here on YouTube. I keep forgetting to do that. I do it through I'm not going to remember what the name of it is. It's through Google Talk or something like that. And because I use the free version, we have to split it into two halves because we do it for 2 hours. So I have a link for the first half and then a link for the second half because we have to leave and then come back. It's been working. I noticed they've got some new business thing now that I upgraded to 11. I'm going to look into it, see what it says. But I can't afford to pay for anything, so I have to do the free stuff. And then every second Tuesday, I do from 2 o'clock, not Tuesday, every second Monday, I do a virtual chat from 2 o'clock to 2 to 3, 2 to 4. And that is to make things that you're going to donate. So you don't have to work on cat toys like I am. Just work on something you plan on donating or giving away. pretty lax with it because some people are working on gifts. Um, but I'm really hoping that everybody who comes in are going to work on things to donate. I know 3 of us do, and a couple, actually, most of us do. I think there's only the one time that somebody was working on a gift, but she was also, she also comes in and works on things to donate as well. So, and I'm planning on stepping that up to 2 times a month. I just haven't done it yet. I was going to this month, but then everything has happened, and that would mean that tomorrow I would be doing again, not tomorrow, but Monday, I would be doing it again. And yeah, I'm hoping to use that time for myself this Monday to get back together. I got a pattern to make eyes for the dragon that I've been trying to finish for my son-in-law. So now I can make the eyes and I can get it finished because I was going to sew the whole thing together and then put eyes on. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I can't attach eyes if I've already sewn the head to the body. So I had to scrap that idea because it's ready for me to put eyes on it and then put sew the body and the head together and then start sewing on all the little pieces. I didn't make all the little pieces. I figured I would make them as I go, as far as sew pieces together and then work on little ones. I did the fingernails, but I did not do the toenails because I was afraid of losing them. They're so tiny. And then I also have to make eyebrows and some other things. So yeah, they're so tiny I didn't want to lose them. So I'm going to make them as I go. But hopefully I will have that done in the next, hopefully by the end of next week. I'm just going to put that out there. End of next week. I did test 2 things that were rather small and quick, but yeah, I'm not going to do any more testing things because I've got too much of my stuff to do now. So with that, I'm going to go. I haven't heard from anybody that you guys want me to write the pattern out for the blanket that I made for my great niece. So I'm not planning on doing that. Maybe after I get through this year and get into next year, get things done that I need to get done, maybe I'll do it then. I'm just not in the mood for trying to write out a pattern. I'm fine with editing them. I'm just not ready to actually write it yet. Although I have all the notes, everything I need for when I'm ready. So that I'm going to go and I'll get this posted and then I'm probably going to work on another one, the one where I show you my Hirschner's order and to show you what I've been working on. I may do that, although it's 8:48. It's probably going to wait until the morning because I am pooped and I'm about ready to go to bed. I need to make something for dinner and I have to give the cats their cheese before they get upset with me. So with that, I'm going to go. Please remember, you matter. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You matter. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, and you matter. And you all matter to me. And I mean it when I say I'd like to get to know all of you. I'm hoping to start my lives up again. And for the first one, I'm hoping to have Russell on. So he has said that he would come and do a live with me again. And I asked him again the other day if he still wanted to do that. And it sounded like the answer was yes. So I will get with him again and make sure. And we'll try and get a date together. So I would like to start getting my lives back, not just the AJ's and K's Yarny Tales, but lives on my channel. So we'll see. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.